What if I told you there's a simple strategy that turned my trading around instantly? In this video, I'm going to show you how the 5P strategy made me an instantly profitable trader and how you can become one too. So let's dive in. You might be wondering, what is the 5P strategy and what does it stand for? The 5P strategy is a system that I created myself in order to become an instantly profitable trader. The 5P stands for preparation, patience, positioning, precision, and psychology. And here's a quick breakdown on each of these P's. Preparation. Do your research and set clear goals. Patience. Wait for the right setups and don't chase the markets. Positioning. Get in with the right size and the right timing. Precision. Be accurate with your entries and exits. And the last P is psychology. Keep your emotions in check and always follow your plan. So let me just quickly explain how the 5P strategy made me instantly profitable. I was stuck in a cycle of losses because I didn't have a structured plan. But once I implemented the 5P strategy, everything changed drastically. Preparation meant me doing my research. Patience meant waiting for solid setups. Positioning helped me avoid overexposure. Precision ensured I entered at the right time. And psychology kept me calm during market chaos and market swings. But here's the thing, this strategy isn't just pure theory. You actually have to put it into work and put it into practice. The same way you can read a book on how you can cycle a bike all day long, it literally means nothing unless you go out and actually practice how to cycle a bike. And with that being said, the same goes for trading. And this is how I was able to turn my trading around quickly by applying the 5P strategy in real market conditions. So before we jump into the charts and before I show you everything on how the 5P strategy works, I'm going to quickly explain how you can apply it today. When it comes to preparation, you need to know exactly what you are trading and why. And when it comes to patience, you need to wait for the right setups and don't rush in. A lot of traders suffer from a thing called FOMO. Patience is what's going to help you with this. And with positioning, you need to be able to enter trades with proper risk management. And when it comes to precision, you need to make clear entries and exit on all of your trades. And finally, psychology. You gotta stick to your plan and please control your emotions. So those are the 5 P's. And now let's take a look at the charts and I can show you exactly how you can apply the 5P strategy today. All right. So now we've covered the basics of the 5P strategy. Let's jump into how I actually apply the 5P strategy in real life trading scenarios. So right now I'm going to show you how I use preparation, patience, precision, psychology, and positioning when I'm analyzing the charts so you can do it too. Obviously, it's not going to be the full thing on the 5P strategy. So if you do want to get access to that, make sure you hit the link in bio and join the team. And yeah, let's dive into it. So first up, the first P, preparation. So right now we're looking at Forex Factory. So before I even take a look into the charts, before analyzing anything, I always have to check the economic calendar and news feeds. So I want to be aware of major news events that's coming up for the week, which could affect my trades. So right now, like I said, I am on Forex Factory. So what I do is I'm going to come to Forex Factory, we're going to click on calendar, and we're going to filter the news to this week. So we know exactly what's coming up for the whole week ahead. Second thing I do is I come to this filter funnel over here on the right hand side, and I uncheck these boxes. A lot of people have these boxes checked. It really is a silly thing to do. The only thing that matters is high impact news. Secondly, the currencies. So if I know I don't trade AUD, CAD, Swiss, or Chinese yen, that's none of my concern. So I don't have to have these checked, So currently for myself, I only care about Euro news, GBP news, JPY, and USD. Once that's set, I click apply filter. And this is my preparation done for the week before I actually jump into the markets. So that's the first P, preparation. So next up, I'm going to talk about the other P's, which is going to be precision and patience. So currently I have a trade on GBP USD, and I'm going to explain to you guys how I use the 5P strategy to implement patience and precision in regards to taking this trade. So let's dive into GBP USD. Okay, so now GBP USD. Overall, guys, we were in a clear downtrend. So when price is trending towards the downside, I will be only looking for selling opportunities. So I literally missed out on this great sell over here, and we had a break of structure, retest on this nice beautiful supply and demand level for price to continue pushing down. The next thing that I noticed was price formed a little bit of correction over here, and it retested the zone that it just broke over here for price to continue to push towards the downside. So boom, I missed out another opportunity. But third time is the charm. So what I noticed before I took this trade was I noticed price did a break of structure. It impulsed towards the downside over here. The move started from the 30th of December all the way to the 2nd of Jan. So the first thing I implemented was applying the break of structure. So that's one of the first things I always use in the 5P strategy, which is the break of structure. So this is not where we implement patience, guys. It's not about rushing every single trade. Instead, I wait for the right setup to come to me. So I'm looking for the perfect market conditions. I'm looking for clear support, clear resistance, clear volume, and solid confirmation. So what I noticed here was price literally pushed towards the downside. So I'm expecting price to come back to retest the broken level of this structure right over here. So with that being said, on the daily time frame, as you can see, this happened on literally the first move happened on the 30th of December, and now we're literally on the 7th of January. So this is literally patience. So yeah, with the strategy, I waited for price to come right to my zone over here. So from that point, I moved into the 4-hour time frame, and I literally marked out this zone of liquidity here and the second zone of liquidity here, where I thought price was going to come and take all the early sellers out, where all the stop losses are set for price to continue to push to the downside. So one rule of thumb that I have is, obviously, the lower the time frame you go, you have to adjust your zones and your levels to make sure that they are correct. So here on the 4-hour time frame, the entry isn't quite perfect for you to understand why I took this. So I'm going to jump down into the 1-hour time frame so you can see exactly what I was seeing at that moment in time. So over here, guys, as you can see, we had this big bearish engulfing candle, which left a lot of imbalance, or as so traders would say, fair value gap. So what I did then was I marked out that zone over here, and all I want to see price do is come into that zone even just a little bit. Once it comes to the zone a little bit, I know for a fact I'm going to strike and take my entries. So with that being said, before I draw this over here, boom, I literally marked out that box. So once I marked out that box, it's from the beginning here to the end over here. So as long as price enters that zone, I know I'm going to look for a nice, beautiful entry. So next thing I did, I jumped into the 15-minute time frame. So guys, take a look at this. Like, this literally happened. This move happened on the 30th of December, and it played out on the 7th of January. It took literally nearly 2 weeks for this to happen. So now, in terms of this trade over here, guys, I literally marked out this first zone of liquidity from the higher time frames, and as you can see right here, we even have this imbalance level, boom, which you know from the 5P strategy. If you're a student, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So boom, as you can see, we have that zone over here, which is where my stop loss is going to be slightly above. So yeah, next things next, I literally just waited patiently for price to come into the zone. As you can see, once price came into the zone, it literally sold off. First things first, I'm just aiming for a quick 1:3. So my target was these lows over here, and this is a nice 1:3.6. Obviously now, if I go into the daily time frame, guys, this trade has a potential of even shooting further down to the downside. So with that being said, I know for a fact, even if I go into the 1-hour time frame, this trade that's a 1:3 can even potentially turn into a 1:10, and if price keeps on selling towards the downside, potentially a 1:20. Biggest trade of the year. What a great way to start the year, and all that great stuff. So that's how you kind of practice patience, guys. So patience and precision literally work hand in hand. So as you can see, I had to wait nearly 2 weeks for this trade to happen, which is a patience. Obviously, when it comes to precision, I literally waited for price to come to this exact zone of liquidity. Was waiting there, liquidity got grabbed. From that point, price decided to sell off. So that is preparation, that is patience, and that is precision. So now let's move on to the next P. So now we're going to move on to the next P, which is positioning. In terms of positioning, what I mean is risk management, okay? So as you can see, we're still going to work on this trade over here. So whenever you're taking a trade, make sure that you know exactly what position you're going to put into that trade. So what we have here is a trade with a 20.8 pip stop loss on GBP USD. So what I then do is I navigate over to my FX book. If you're not familiar with this, all you have to do is click on the home button, go to forex calculators and position size calculator. For every trade that you enter, guys, you need to make sure you are risking the right amount, okay? So as you can see, we were trading GBP USD, boom, currency USD, account size, let's just say $1,000. We're going to risk 2% of this, and the stop loss was 20.8. Once I click calculate, that gives you your lot size that you should be trading for that specific setup, okay? So with the 2% risk, with the 20 pip stop loss, I should be trading with a 0.1 lot. Very easy. And even if I wanted to risk more, let's just say 5%, I'll be risking with a 0.24 lot, so on and so forth. Even a 1 lot over here, I'll be risking 0.05 lot. So guys, one thing I really want to say is positioning really matters. So before you enter any trades, make sure you're actually calculating your lot size. You don't want to just be entering lot sizes randomly. Even if you want to go all in, at least calculate your lot size. So let's just say with this $1,000 account, I want to risk 700. I want to risk $700. Boom. I know that the lot size I'm going to use, and that's 70%, guys. I'm going to be using a 3.37 lot size. So yeah, guys, that's the fourth P, which is positioning. So finally, the last P is psychology. So where does psychology come in? So obviously, guys, when you are trading, a lot of your trades are based on emotions, okay? So when you're analyzing the charts, if you're analyzing in a happy mood, you will be chasing the markets. If you're analyzing it in a sad move, you will still be chasing the markets, but your filter will be revenge, okay? So even when things don't go as planned, I always stay calm, no matter what. That's the aim of the game. You need to have mantras or trading mantras that you say to yourself every single day that can keep you in that calm state of mind, because that's how your psychology works in terms of the charts. So even if a trade does go against me, guys, yeah, I remind myself it's just a part of the process. Just like anything, people face losses every single day. People have losses, yeah? Businesses have losses. Footballers have losses. Shops have losses. Like, everyone has losses. It's literally a part of the process, yeah? So you can have the best setup in the world, but if your psychology is off, you will mess it all the way up, okay? So what you need to focus on is focus on sticking to your strategy and not letting fear or greed take over. Those are the two emotions you do not want to have when you are trading. So your psychology should be in check. Once that fear and greed is kicking in, just know, stay away from the charts. And that's how I apply the 5P strategy in my daily trading. It's all about preparation, waiting for the right moment, executing with precision, keeping your head in the game, and positioning your trades to manage risk. So let me know in the comments if you have any questions so we can dive a bit deeper. And if you want to see this strategy in action more, what you need to do is join my community. The link is in the description. 5P Trading. There's a 50% sale if you use discount code 5P to the world. Other than that, my people, make sure you stay disciplined, stay patient, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.